Hi, Candy McNeil here, registered psychotherapist with the Wellness Collaborative in Guelph, Ontario. Today I'm talking about guided journaling. Journaling is a practice I sometimes ask clients to try when they're experiencing overwhelming emotions or when they feel really strong urges to use their symptoms. And sometimes writing down what you're thinking and feeling can help to lower those urges or help your emotions to feel a bit more manageable. When I suggest that, clients will sometimes say, understandably, I don't know what to write. And it's true that what I'm suggesting is not like a Dear Diary, here's what happened today kind of thing. But instead, it's a practice where you finish some sentences that might help you to understand what's really going on for you, what's causing you distress, and maybe decide what you want to do about it. So I'm going to give you a few sentence stems. That is, I'm going to start them, and then if you like, you could write down whatever comes to mind to finish these sentences off. It could be more than one thing. It could be just sort of point form rather than full sentences. It's sometimes most effective if you don't censor yourself and you just write down whatever you're thinking. If later you feel worried about it, you could rip it up or shred it and not worry about anybody else seeing it, but it really might help you to figure out what's going on in your head that's leading you to have such intense emotions or such strong urges to do something unhealthy. So here we go. These are the sentence stems. The first is, what I'm feeling right now is ... What I'm feeling right now is ... And so write down what you're feeling and try to be specific if you can, not just upset, but what kind of upset? Are you angry? Are you annoyed? Are you hurt? If you're angry, are you mildly irritated or are you enraged? I find that sometimes using some of the little emojis can help people who otherwise don't have a good vocabulary for feelings to be able to identify what it is that they're feeling. And don't be surprised if when you finish off that sentence, you're feeling more than one thing, because often our emotions are complicated and we might be feeling two or more things at the same time: hurt and angry, sad and scared. So take some time to write about that. If you want, you can pause this and turn it back on when you're ready, or you can hear all the questions first and then go back through, whatever you like. The next question is, or the next sentence stem that you're going to finish is, something that's bothering me right now is ... And again, there could be several things, so go ahead and write them all down and try to be specific. The next one is, something I wish I could control right now is ... And for some of you, you'll be going like, ooh, that's a big one, right? Because feeling like you can or can't control something can stir up lots of strong emotions. If you're somebody who struggles with an eating disorder or with an addiction or with something like OCD, you might want to ask yourself, what besides food, alcohol, drugs, my compulsion, what else would make me feel better right now? So something besides food or my drug of choice or my compulsion that would make me feel better right now is ... And just notice as you write that whether or not the answer to that is something you can have or something you can't. And sometimes that's the source of our distress. Something else that would make me feel good is being able to chat right now with a really trusted friend, but they're not available. And so even just knowing that can help us to understand what we're distressed about. And then I want you to ask yourself a couple of questions. Once you spent some time writing those things out, ask yourself, can I do anything to change this situation? If the answer to that is no, the next question is, can I do anything to change my reaction to the situation? Because sometimes we can't change what happened. Like, what's happening is what's happening. That's out of our power to do anything about, but I can change how I react to it. Maybe the answer to that also feels like, no, I can't change how I can react to it. I do feel hurt, or I do feel angry, and I don't feel like I could feel differently. And so the next question then is, if I can't change the situation and I can't change my reaction, can I accept that I'm feeling the way I am and just tolerate these feelings? Because in the end, those are really our only choices, right? We can change the situation, we can change something about ourselves in the situation, or we can accept it as it is, whether or not we like it. Notice to that last question, if there was a little voice inside your head that said, I could accept it, but I don't want to because, and if so, give voice to that. Sometimes counseling is not about finding solutions, it's just about understanding what's wrong. And my hope is that by answering these questions, you may have some clarity about that. Feel free to answer these questions as often as you need to. If you have a trusted counselor, maybe share them. And if not, maybe there's somebody else in your life you feel you could share this with. Other times, just knowing it for yourself is a help. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you have a good day.